Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Toxic Talks, episode number 26. I hope everyone's had a wonderful, wonderful week. We are here on the weekend having a good time, but we got a lot to go over for the past week. What's happened with us in gaming, what's happened with us in the world, and yeah, it's been a good time. I don't know if you guys can see from the follower goal, but it is no longer stagnant, going down or slightly going up. Uh we're finally back in the groove of it, so we're happy about that. But we'll get to that in a little bit. For now, let's talk about some War Thunder. So basically what's happened in the past week for us, they've come out with quite a few things. So um in terms of the grind itself, I'm pretty sure we're done with Russia, at least for now. With all the new stuff, we unlocked everything that we wanted to. The Su 30 SM is basically fully upgraded. We still have to get what was it, the Su 34 strike fighter, basically, but I mean that can come naturally. I don't think we intend on ever using it, but we have that. And what else? Uh, I think that's basically been what we've been working on for the past week. I mean, I'm pretty sure we also did a little bit of America. I think we got the F-18C unlocked. We haven't used it yet, but um, the F-18C, and then also unlocking the new SAM systems for both, well, America and I think Sweden. And I don't know, even know Sweden has a SAM, but that's going to be what we're working on next. We have basically just to get through the rest of America and Sweden, which shouldn't take too long. I think America will be like, what, 2 days, maybe 3 days tops. And then we switch back to Sweden, get that completely and utterly done, which shouldn't be too bad. But seems like we came back at the perfect timing for War Thunder, because they came out with the summer sale. So we did pick up some nice little vehicles that'll help us get through Germany, as well as what was the other one? Japan. So I think we're going to do Japan first, because those lines don't seem too bad. If we're being honest, there's not too much to go on in those tech trees, or in the Japan tech tree. But Germany, there's quite a bit, but I don't think that'll take long either, based on what we picked up. But we ended up picking up that. We also picked up something for Russia because well, I mean, our premium vehicles for Russia are, I don't know, they're kind of fucking like bland. They're very, very, very boring. Don't get me wrong, I love my 2S38, my terms, but there's just nothing to them. So we ended up picking the UE1, and again, don't get me wrong, it's bland, but it allows me to play top tier with a premium, so it's very nice, and that definitely helped me get through that, uh, or basically the rest of Russia. But we're gonna basically be going through Germany, going through Japan, is the next thing before I think Arc Raiders, and depending on how quickly we go through them, basically what we want to do is make a lineup for all BRs. Uh, I wouldn't say to run them quite frequently, but I think just to have it for all the five nations. But I don't think I'm gonna run like a new nation anytime soon. I think uh, these five will hold us off for a little bit, and then maybe in the future, like not near future, like very, very distant future, if we decide to grind something else out, we can. I don't know. I think I might do Great Britain next, just to finish that off, and we'll see. But that won't be for a long time coming. However, though, this past week we actually did fix the PC like and stream crashes. Um, I think we don't really know the exact thing that caused it, but I will say this: it's basically only two options. I'm pretty sure. and one of that being the probably the most likely, which would be the third party software that I was using for OBS to allow me to multi-stream. It was called ATM, and I wasn't the only one who had issues with crashes. But I don't know what was wrong with ATM, but something really fucked up. Like it was just basically destroying my PC. So I had to get rid of that completely. I did a fresh reinstall of OBS, and um, basically I needed to just wipe my PC of that garbage, and we did, and it's working very, very nicely now. So we don't have any more crashes. We don't have any bullshit going on. So we're able to actually play the game and have a good time. So that's a big, big, big thing that's going on. Um, and for those who do watch Toxic Talks or even my other videos every week, you guys will know about my edits, or technically not my edits. I had ended up getting an editor um, to do it, but um, I will be. I don't know if you guys will notice from this video, but I will be doing my own edits now. I talked with someone about like my career basically, and they were like, "Oh, you have an editor?" And I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Well, why don't you use this program called CapCut?" I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, it basically does everything that your editor does but for free." And I'm like, I had a feeling that there was this program out there somewhere. I just did not have the time to sort of look for it or try to find it, but you know, depending on how it goes, we'll do the edits obviously after the recording of this, but um, you guys can let me know if you guys enjoy it, and um, I'll actually be the one controlling the edits now, which should be pretty interesting because don't get me wrong, that my last editor, I thought he did a pretty decent job, but there were some things where like I'm remembering throwing in Liberty most of all, where there were some words where they were like for the game, like I don't really remember the exact words, but it was like so clearly not the right like caption for it. But now I can go in and be like, or even say Night Rain, I can go in and get all the captions correct for that. So that should be good. So you guys can let me know if you guys enjoy the shift in the edits that I do. I don't think it's going to be too much different, honestly. I mean, maybe as I get more comfortable with the program itself, I might try some crazy, crazy things, but I'll have to wait and see how I feel about it. Just because, you know, it's like I did do editing before, but it was very minimal. It was more like making sure all the videos were cut correctly and all that stuff. But you know, I might get a little bit more adventurous as time goes on, and you guys can let me know what you guys think. But yeah, that's basically what happened with me with War Thunder and stream and YouTube for this past week. It's been very good. Um, and in terms of world news, well, last week we talked about Iran. Well, the Iran conflict got done and over with, thankfully. Apparently, there was an announcement this week that the war in the Congo got settled. I didn't even know that there was a war in the Congo. I mean, I understood that there was a conflict, but I didn't know that they considered it like a freaking all out war. Um, but that was nice to hear that there's wars getting uh done and over with. And then I think I heard a rumor. I don't remember where, if it was on Asmongold's video or something like that, but I heard that there's a rumor that they want to get, or I should say Trump wants to get the war in Gaza done and settled within the next 2 weeks. So at least the rumor, it's not official. This is just speculation, but uh, apparently they want Jordan, Egypt, and another country to basically take over um, Gaza and basically expel Hamas and just basically run it themselves. I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening. I mean, at this point, anything is freaking possible in the world. Like I said last week, like we're living in like the time of fucking history. It's ridiculous just how much like nonsense is going on right now. So I'm not I'm not leaving anything off the table in terms of what could go down. But we'll see, and you guys can hear it from me. I will obviously let you guys know because it's freaking insane. Um, and hopefully also the Ukraine war gets ended soon because yeah, not gonna lie, kind of tired of hearing about that conflict. That conflict has been going on for way too freaking long. And yeah, it would be a good thing for it to end. So we'll see what happens with that. Um, but now back to sort of the life lesson of the week. So, as you guys know, we switched uh, time, we switched game back. Again, I don't say we switched games back. We're just sort of here for a little bit, um, enjoying ourselves. But I would say that the time was definitely a big factor. But as again, like I said at the beginning of the stream, you guys can see in the bottom right that number is finally going back up. And this sort of goes to the point I want to make for the lesson of the week. Now, um sometimes it is better to go backwards in the sense that, like, if things were going right and then all of a sudden they were going wrong, there was something that happened that made it go wrong. And for me, I truly believe that what went wrong wasn't necessarily the game shift. Don't get me wrong. I think I would have lost a few people with the game shift, but I think the time itself, going from 2 to 10 to 11 to 7, just absolutely annihilated my growth. And 4 to 12, it seems like it's working a lot better. People are able to stay in longer, and I think it's just a better time for people overall. And it sort of goes to, again, like the like advice I have for you guys this week. Sometimes you need to go back to the fork in the road where you made a mistake, and instead of going left, you go right. You just sort of have to backtrack. And for me, I backtracked. I think that's the correct the correct conjugation of that word, backtracked. And it's been working. So, like, when people are like, oh no, I just got to keep trudging forward. I just got to keep trudging forward. Sometimes you just need to take a step back. And it sort of goes to this analogy of, like, and this is one that I've seen quite a bit now, where if you get on the wrong train, you don't keep going, like, on that line. You get off and you get on another train backwards in hopes of going in the right direction. And that really resonates not only with me, but I feel like it would resonate with you. Like, if you're on the wrong freaking train, get off the fucking train as soon as you possibly can. Get off of it. Go back to that fork in the road where you made the wrong decision and make the right decision. Trust me, it'll help out way, way, way more in the long term. Now, uh, for me, I think it was a little bit more difficult. I will say this, to sort of switch over, but I don't regret anything that happened because it sort of showed me um, who was really with me at the time. And I will say, I think everything went accordingly, pretty much. I think everything went accordingly. Um, I could have, like, don't get me wrong. I had the very big inclination that the timing wasn't gonna work. I feel like I had a pretty good understanding that 11 to 7 wasn't gonna work, but I did it for my family. I did it for my ex, and I wanted to make sure that I spent time with them, and I basically I sacrificed for them. But again, I think everything. I'm not gonna go too much into it because I don't want to become a philosopher right now. But just know that I'm not upset with it. Anything that happened, I'm happy. I'm happy with what's been happening, and beautiful things on the horizon, in terms of stream, in terms of YouTube, And yeah, I hope you guys are as excited for that as I am. And just a quick little announcement. I don't think this will necessarily impact YouTube. It might a little bit, but I don't think it'll necessarily impact YouTube. But for those who have been around for a bit, you guys know I don't tend to take too much time off. But July 4th, this Friday, I will be I will be spending time with my family for July 4th and having a break from all things work. I don't take time off often. July 4th and basically Christmas and New Year's week is basically the only time I take off for myself. Even though I probably should take more. Holy shit. But I like what I do, so I don't really mind it too much, but just to give me a little refresher. So, but the reason why I bring this up is cuz depending on how things go, I might only be able to bring out one video, not for this week, but the following week. I'll obviously come out with Toxic Talks and all that stuff, but I might be only able to do one video in terms of the actual game, and we'll have to wait and see. You guys will know right away, but I'll do my best. I'll do my best to get you two videos and Toxic Talks, and um, hopefully you guys have a wonderful 4th of July. Hopefully you guys celebrate, even if you don't celebrate, even if you don't like the United States. It's a holiday. Just take off, enjoy. You could do whatever you want with that day. Just have a good time while you do it. That's all I say. But yeah, that's basically what's happening with us for the past week, and what will happen with us for this week. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you guys agree with the advice, or if you guys would like me to talk about something else in particular that's going on in the world. But we're having a good time. I hope you guys are having a good time, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. And as always, take care, and I'll talk to you guys later.